Welcome to Edupedia World. In this module, we will go through the achievements and failures of planning from 1950 to 1990. First, we will discuss achievements and failures of planning from 1950 to 1966. It is also called Phase 1. In that, we'll start with first 5-year plan, which is from 1951 to 1956. The first 5-year plan initiated a process of development aimed not merely at raising the standard of living of the people, but also opening out to them new opportunities for a richer and more varied life. This was sought to be achieved by planning for growth with social justice. The first 5-year plan was a small plan in order to rehabilitate the Indian economy because of Second World War, famine in 1943 and partition in 1947. The first 5-year plan was based on the Harud-Domer model, which had a goal of 2.1% per annum growth in national income. The first 5-year plan was known as agricultural plan since top priority was accorded to the development of agricultural sector. Now we come to the second 5-year plan, which was from 1956 to 1961. The second 5-year plan was based on Mahalanobis model, which is designed by P.C. Mahalanobis, which is for development, which emphasized import substitution-led growth. The two important components of Mahalanobis strategy of development were emphasis on industrialization, that is, top priority was accorded for the development of capital good industries in lieu of consumption good industries. The focus was on achievement of self-reliance with the help of import substitution strategy. And the second important component of Mahalanobis strategy was creating a firm foundation for starting the procedure of long-term growth. Consequently, heavy and basic industries received utmost importance. The second 5-year plan is known as an industrial plan. The plan allocation of industrial sector increased significantly, which led to the decrease in investment in agriculture and other sectors. It increased the scope and importance of public sector so that this sector comes to control the commanding heights of Indian economy. The growth target of the plan was 4.5% per annum growth, but in reality, the realized achievement was only 4.2 per annum. The gigantic size of plan, improper evaluation of food situation and rapid growth of industrialization resulted in numerous disparities in the economy, which are as follows, like scarcity of food during this plan, unemployment, inflation, shortage of foreign exchange, etc. After this, we come to the third 5-year plan, which is from 1961 till 1966. The third 5-year plan accorded greatest priority to the achievement of balanced regional development. The plan realized the need for balanced approach and consequently gave importance on the development of agriculture and rapid industrialization through the promotion and development of heavy industries. The public sector was given the role of stimulating the progress of infrastructural phase, establishing of capacity in the key and capital good industries, and decreasing the disparities in income and wealth, coupled with more even distribution of economic power. The cumulative effect of all these steps led to significant increase in infrastructure facilities as well as investment in basic industries like steel, chemicals, fuel power and machine building industry. The plan focused at achieving about 5.6% per annum growth in national income. achieving self-sufficiency in food grains and increase in agriculture production to utilize to the fullest extent possible the manpower resources for substantial expansion in employment opportunities and expanding key industries so the requirement of further industrialization can be fulfilled. But the achievements of the plan were much below the expectation because of various factors. The first factor for that was war with China in 1962 and with Pakistan in 1965. Second factor was two consecutive years of drought, that is 1965 and 67. Third factor was devaluation of rupees in 1966, and last factor was exhaustion of country's resources. All these factors enhanced the imports dependency and decelerated the growth rate of the economy. The growth rate was reduced to merely 2.2% per annum. All these failures created so much pessimism in the economy that planning could not be continued. Consequently, there was planned holiday for the first time in Indian planning for the period of 3 years, that is from 1966 to 1969. Instead, 3 annual plans were initiated. So this was the end of phase 1. In that, first 5-year plan, second 5-year plan and third 5-year plan were organized. Now next we come to achievement and failures of planning from 1966 to 1990, which is also called phase 2. As we have discussed in our earlier slide also that from 1966 to 1969 there was no 5-year plan. It was a planned holiday at that period of time because of many factors such as war with China, consecutive year droughts, devaluation of rupees, exhaustion of country's resources, etc. So annual plan was made from 1966 to 1969. In this plan, a new approach was devised during this period, which is known as Green Revolution, in order to enhance the productivity of output. In this annual plan, the focus was shifted towards technological changes which include use of insecticides, pesticides and fertilizers, use of high yielding variety of seeds and more irrigational facilities. After these annual plans, next fourth 5-year plan was made from 1969 to 1974. So, after 3 years of plan holiday, the fourth 5-year plan focused to build social and economic infrastructure to attain social justice and equality, generation of more employment opportunities both in rural and urban areas, and correcting regional imbalances among different states. Although in this particular 5-year plan, 5.7% per annum growth in national income was to be achieved, but due to unfavorable natural conditions and shortage of inputs, only 3.4% per annum growth was achieved. So in this 5-year plan, targeted growth was not achieved. Now we come to fifth 5-year plan, that is from 1974 to 1979. The two main objectives of this 5-year plan was to remove the poverty and to achieve the economic self-reliance. For promoting social justice, the 5-year plan launched the Minimum Need Program, that is MNP, which was designed to provide a minimum level of social consumption to all sections of people living through the country. For achieving economic self-reliance, the 5-year plan strives to eliminate the special form of external assistance, especially food and fertilizers import. Next we come to the sixth 5-year plan, which is from 1980 to 1985. The sixth 5-year plan was the extension of fifth 5-year plan. The main emphasis of the plan was on a significant step in the rate of growth of economy by promoting efficiency in the use of resources and improved productivity. A progressive reduction in the incidence of poverty and unemployment, and strengthening the impulses of modernization for the achievement of economic and technological self-reliance. In this particular 5-year plan, target was to achieve 5.2% per annum, which is successful due to the following factors, which is good performance in the agriculture sector and fast advancement in the service and private sector. Now we come to the end of phase 2, that is the 7th 5-year plan, which is from 1985 to 1990. The plan laid emphasis on development, equity and social justice through the achievement of self-reliance, efficiency and increased production. The 7th plan emphasized the policy of accelerating the growth in food grains production, increasing employment opportunities and raise productivity. So the 7th 5-year plan was mainly devoted to carry on ceaseless works, foods, work and productivity. So, as we can see that the important goals of planning in Indian economy have been expediting the growth rate of an economy, advancement of agriculture industry, achieving self-reliance and boosting social justice. The major obstacle in achieving these goals is clash among growth and welfare goals. Moreover, these goals cannot be accomplished or attained simultaneously. So this was the achievements and failures of phase 2. From this particular table, we can easily understand the priorities from first 5-year plan till the 12th 5-year plan. In the table, you can see that first 5-year plan, the priority was agriculture. In the second 5-year plan, priority was heavy industry. Third 5-year plan, the priority was agriculture and heavy industry both. Then there was annual plans for 3 years, which we have discussed earlier. In that 3-year plan, industry consolidation was the priority. Fourth 5-year plan, priority was removal of poverty. Fifth 5-year plan, removal of poverty and self-reliance. Then again there was annual plan for an year, and the main priority in that period was employment. Next was 6th 5-year plan. In that the priority was employment, food grains production and raising productivity. Again there was an annual plan. In that the priority was infrastructure. In 8th 5-year plan there was economic growth, employment and liberalization. Liberalization means the coming of foreign investment. Okay. Now we come to 9th 5-year plan. In that the priority was economic growth, infrastructure, agriculture, rural development and environment sustainability. In the 10th 5-year plan, priority was growth with social justice. In 11th 5-year plan, priority was faster, broad-based and inclusive growth. And 12th 5-year plan, which is the current one, the priorities were given to faster, sustainable and more inclusive growth of the country. So from this table we can see that the priorities given to the particular 5-year plan, what is the focus of the government for that particular 5 years. Thank you for watching Edupedia World videos.